My name is Mojmir Mrak. I am a professor of the Faculty of Economics in Ljubljana and in Vienna. And I'm also an associate fellow of the CEF for a number of years, with quite a bit of experience working in the region on the issues related to the fiscal programming and structural reforms. At this seminar, my role is to be a kind of a resource person, so I was responsible for putting together the program. I think we have based this program on the experience we gathered over the last 2-3 years on this subject. So the issue is really how to integrate more on a systematic basis structural reforms into the fiscal programming of a country. This is the subject which is being done in the context of regular annual budget cycles in any of the countries in the region, and also it is the subject of the document countries in the region are preparing on an annual basis for a dialogue, for the policy dialogue with the European Commission. My presentation at this seminar will be more or less focused on two issues. One will be on the issue of structural reforms, so try to make a little bit of an explanation what are the different concepts here, how these structural reforms are determined, and the other part is of course the issue of the structural reforms in the context of the new generation of a document the candidate countries are preparing in the context of the EU accession. So this is this economic reform programs where the role of structural reforms have been strongly increased. We have now a special document which is focused on this, and that is what we'll be talking about.
My name is Nora Kokai. I work within the macroeconomics unit at the Ministry of Finance of the Republic of Kosovo. We were responsible for the drafting of the first part of the economic reform program, which was submitted this January to the European Commission from the first time from Kosovo. We were responsible for the macroeconomic scenario and the macroeconomic outlook for the coming years. As far as structural reforms go, as a macroeconomic unit, we're used to different policy analysis and also forecasting main economic indicators. So economic growth is of the highest importance to us. So we are well aware of the importance of structural reforms, and it's also important to include them as well as possible into a clear and lucid document, which was our main objective in drafting this document. I hope that came across, and we are very much looking forward to discussing our success or the issues that we might have had into this integration of structural reforms into the macroeconomic outlook for Kosovo.
My name is Shaman Marulak. I am Director of Strategic Planning Office within the Office of Prime Minister. Our role as an office is manifold. We have a very broad mandate, and in this line we were tasked to draft the second part of the economic reform program, mainly the structural reforms. We did this since this was our first time in doing this exercise. We did this employing our expertise and methodology that we use with other documents within the government of the Republic of Kosovo. Our main aim was to produce a good document which was expected from us, and we did this in coordinating with 9 ministries and 31 institutions within the government of Kosovo, be that ministries or independent agencies. We believe that our objective was fulfilled in order to produce remains to be yet seen is the implementation and transposition of this document within other strategic documents that the Kosovo government drafts and that we oversee as a strategic planning office. So I look forward to meeting you all and discussing our methodology that we have employed, our success, our document in general, especially as a structural reforms part, and also discuss with you obstacles and best practices that will be overcome.
My name is Janez Šuštasić. I currently work as an expert in a project in Kosovo, where we help their Ministry of Finance in preparing economic forecasts and also the economic and reform program for Kosovo. In that part, we have dealt with structural reforms and also costing and estimating economic impacts or effects of that structural reforms. And so I can tell you something about our experience, what we did there, but I've also been dealing with estimating effects of different policy measures for many years. I was director of an institute, macroeconomic institute in Slovenia, where we did a lot of such things for a lot of government's policy measures, implemented or proposed strategies, national programs. And what I would like to mainly stress in my presentation is that there are many ways of how you can at least get some idea of the effects of the measures. You cannot always do, or I think most of the times, you cannot do a proper scientific study or research or a model, but still there are ways in which you can get at least some impression or some kind of idea what the effects of measures could be. And that is still much better than having no idea. And in the policy-making worlds, that's very often the best you can get and the only realistic option. But still there are some things you should be careful about, and I can give you some examples about what you can do, how that can be used with caution, and so on.